Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh my god, bro. I'm definitely having to cut that out. Yo, what's up, everybody? Dilby Cutting here, coming at you guys with another video. Today we're going to be watching Being Chopped Was Hell by Chico. We got 96k views in the last 8 months. I had this on my reaction vids playlist. So we're going to see what's going on with Being Chopped Was Hell. But honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, growing up, I'm blessed because I was never chopped. Also, hold up, we got the fucking soundboard here. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was never really chopped growing up. I was blessed to be a handsome young man my whole life. I always had nice curly hair. I always had pretty decent skin. I did not have the beard growing up. And I was never really like a chubby kid. I'd always been like a pretty decent weight. People always said I was ox. So yeah, I mean, the rest of y'all had to struggle. I didn't, but I thought I was chopped. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't mean, you know, I just grew up perfect. Nah, I definitely was like an awkward little kid still. I had to like figure out that, damn, I'm not as chopped as I think I am. And I'll say this too, I feel like that's like, you know, not too uncommon for a lot of people, like where you have a lot of like really attractive people who think they're unattractive. So then as a result, they start acting more unattractive and have unattractive personality traits, like just being super timid. You know, like for girls that can like work out, you know what I'm saying? It's like some fucking anime shit. But like as a guy, like, you know, I'm sure some girls find that shit attractive, but it's not something that's gonna be like everyone's like swooning over you. You're like the quiet, attractive guy. You know what I mean? It's not like anime. That's not real life. But you know, without further ado, let's get into this. Being Chopped Was Hell. Let's see what's up. We're gonna turn this down real quick.
Being chopped is up there with being broke, having no hoes, being unemployed, being black. Being chopped can be the single worst trait to ever inherit. If a wizard cursed me with either...
Let's not talk about... Oh, why don't I have the... My bad, y'all. I don't even got the video on here. Yo, being black is cool. Don't let these motherfuckers... That shit is not funny, bro.
Being chopped for eternity or being broke for eternity, I'm not picking broke, but being chopped is still horrible, bro. There's ways to escape the chopsicity, but when you're young, bro, you pretty much have no choice but to just be the honorary chopped one. It's hard to be choptimistic when...
That haircut right there, that is the young black man haircut. I was not allowed to have hair like this growing up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was getting the bean.
It's hard to be choptimistic when you're dealt with these horrible cards, you know what I'm saying? Type of cards that Gambit chucks at you and they explode. Being a chopped one in the friend group back in school used to be the hardest shit too, bro. Anytime you talk to a girl, bro, most time they're only talking to you probably just to get closer to your homeboy. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you, bro. Shit used to have me sitting on the edge of the bed like Peter Parker did, bro. Shit, honestly, being chopped affects you in ways where you don't even expect it. People out here will whole reject you from a pickup game just because you're chopped.
Not here, nigga.
What the hell does my choppedness have to do with my vertical, bro? Teachers might just start randomly flaming you. I had this like southern white teacher who used to call me Chinese, and like I didn't really give a fuck, right? You know, shout out to the Chinese people. I thought it was a W. Shit got worse, bro, when I would just sit next to any random girl and bro would be like, nah, you can't do that, bro. You can't handle that one.
I bet that's exactly how bro looked too.
And it was like, on one hand, I was like, damn, bro, I guess thank you for the reality check. But at the same time, aren't you like 40, bro?
Yeah, tight, right?
I don't
like
know, it's a little,
Man, yo, we gotta talk about this. Yo, teachers, bruh. A lot of teachers are good people, and I don't want to put this assumption out on all of them. But there was always a handful of teachers that was odd, and they was always the gym teachers, y'all. Yo, the gym teachers, I don't know what it was about them. Like I said, I had a couple cool gym teachers I really liked. When I was in middle school, I had Mr. Cohen. He was like the one white guy in a school full of black kids. And he was like this cool, like older white dude. He'd be letting us play ball and shit. You know what I'm saying? We'd be giving him a tough time, but you know, he's a cool guy. I remember in high school, that's when I got introduced to weightlifting. My boy, Mr. Wong, is this buff ass Asian dude. Shout out Mr. Wong. But yeah, bro, you know, there's some other gym teachers, and I would be hearing rumors about how, oh, the girls didn't pass the class, so they had to go see teacher, you know, after school. I'm like, huh? Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's first off, how are we failing gym? That's number one. But second, like, what's going on? And all these rumors going around. I really, really hope they was just rumors. But that's besides the point.
It's a little weird that you're saying that, you know, all things considered. You got a wife, kids, bro, and here you are. I think I might have to alert the local authorities. Bro, one thing you have to always watch out for is the random flames, right? The random flames can come from any and everywhere, bro. I remember the day that I got my first pair of ones, bro. Felt like the greatest day of my life. I thought I was finally fly.
Yo, real quick, can I just say, bro just got any footage and just like, this is the most boring video game footage I ever seen in my life, bro. Like the fucking Black Ops Zombies, what was this, round one, nigga? Like,
I walk up to my boy, right? Because I'm thinking like, all right, bro, he's gonna call me fly. All right, I'm about to get that external validation. I walk up to bro, and he's like, hey, bro, look at your ugly ass getting fly.
You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Right in front of a bunch of girls too, bro. Being Chop will just have you sitting over wildlife like you're Thanos at the farm and shit, bro. It affects your everyday life in multiple different categories. But one major way that shit affects you, bro, is in the dating market. Dating while being chopped is like being an Olympic athlete with like one leg. It's possible, gang, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it definitely slows down the process. I would say there's like 3 golden rules to being chopped in the dating scene, all right? Rule number 1, never get too comfortable, dog.
nigga, it's like being poor is going to hold you back in the investing scene. Like, yeah, my nigga, if you don't have money, you can't invest. Being chopped's gonna hurt you in the dating scene. Yeah, if you're fucking ugly, people are not gonna want to date you. Like, I'm gonna let bro cook though. You know, y'all niggas got on my head, bro, for that Jeff Nippard vid. Oh my lord, motherfuckers thought I was the JDF came out for me that vid. So I'm gonna let bro talk.
Remember, there's always an individual who looks like this, who's willing and ready to shorty snatch you simply because he knows he can. Dating is like a pyramid hierarchy game, right? And if a pharaoh level dude wants your girlfriend and you're but a measly peasant with like these type of shoes, buddy, it's safe to say you're cooked. Remember,
I don't believe that. I used to think that, but I don't believe that no more. And quite honestly, if you are with someone who can quote unquote get shorty snatched by just another dude because he's attractive, you know that they was never good for you to begin with. They doing you a favor, bro.
only competition he has now is your ugly ass. And I'm not gonna lie, if you're Chopped in his prime, he might not have to try that hard. He doesn't even have to be like insanely beautiful, bro. He just has to look better than you. And if you look,
but I also believe that like at the same time, we could also all get to a point of relative attractiveness. I think, yeah, there's gonna be some people who are, man, I need to like resize my things here. I do believe that there are some people who unfortunately they just got the, you know, short end of the stick and they're like visibly deformed and shit. I'm not talking about them because that's like less than 1% of the population. But for, you know, what most of the internet would call sub fives, I think those people can definitely get themselves to have a pretty good glow up if they just get a decent haircut, you know, take care of themselves in terms of like their skincare, you know what I'm saying, like go to the gym and eat properly, and like those 4 alone will take you so far, straight up. But it's like if I'm walking out the house and it's like I'm balding and I'm just, you know, I'm at that point where I got the crown and I got everything just like hanging on the side, you know, my fit is trash. That's another thing too. It's like you don't have to have on no Saint Laurent. I know I'm yapping y'all, but like I really feel strongly about this shit. But you know, like you have a trash fit. This is where the boom's coming. You have a trash fit. You don't take care of your hair. Your skin is bad. You know what I'm saying? You out of shape crazy because you eat like garbage and you don't work out. Like, yeah, I mean, it goes both ways, right? But I feel like you truly find your partner when you're with someone whose morals and ideals and ideologies, they just all align. Like, looks will get you in the door, but the emotional connection is what will keep you there. And if you're with someone who's willing to throw away your emotional connection for someone who just has that physical attraction, that's not somebody you should be partners with. Anyway, tell me what y'all think in the comments.
Anything like I did when I was in school, then man, I'm sorry, buddy. I pray you have a fast recovery. Rule number 1 is always the most golden rule, bro. That one will keep you safe in any situation. But I do have a rule number 2, one that could possibly lead you guys to the promised land if you follow it directly, okay? But you gotta follow all the directions, front to back. Rule number 2, you gotta convince them somehow you're not as chopped as they once believed you to be. This is a simple trick that I used to perform back in my prime when I was out here moving like Steph. All I would do is act like I didn't need them, all right? My thought process.
Yo, real quick, why does Steph have to break the all-time 3-point record on the fucking Knicks, bruh? Like, yo, come on, man.
Prime, when I was out here moving like Steph, all I would do is act like I didn't need them, all right? My thought process was if I acted like I was chopped, then they would only realize that I was, all right? It would become that much more apparent how bad my choptimization settings were, all right? Even though I looked like E.T. with Jordans on, at least I had the J's. I guess I just convinced enough girls I wasn't unholy levels of chopped through like simple manifestation, right? Just believing I wasn't chopped, and hopefully if I believed hard enough, one day I would wake up and look in the mirror and I wouldn't be chopped anymore. You could get like plastic surgery, but then it's like you just gonna be the dude who got plastic surgery, and then what if it comes out trash? Now
That's
you're double
facts.
chopped. Count
Oh, Lord have
Chopula.
mercy.
I feel like in the adult world you could pretty much fly under the radar being
Yeah, I could never do plastic surgery. Once again, I am blessed to look the way I do. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mother and Father. But I could never do plastic surgery. Have y'all seen like that? I know, I'm pretty sure it's fake. I'm pretty sure it's been debunked as fake, but like the article about like that Chinese couple that got married and then they had kids, and then you know, they were like the husband was like, why doesn't the kids look like you? Why does the kids look like this? They don't look like me or you. And it was like, oh, she just had mad plastic surgery. Like I've since then, I think it's been proven as like fake, like that shit never happened. That's like some dead internet shit. But yeah, bro, like that would be crazy. I think all forms of like fake beauty like that, other than like makeup, because you know, like makeup is makeup. It comes off at the end of the day. But all that other shit, I mean, to an extent, like I know y'all seen some of those like Chinese beauty videos where they doing the makeup and they like peeling off a whole layer of skin, and she goes from looking like this to this, and it's crazy, bro. But like, you know, like you know, I've seen some shit where it's like the padding under for abs, and like a push-up bra is not really that crazy. I think I'm really not trying to pander, y'all. Y'all think some of y'all niggas gonna be in the comments like,
Bro, we get it, bro. You're pandering. You're trying to get all the ladies. Da da da.
I'm really not. I think like the corset is crazy. I think the corset is stupid. I think that shit is like, just go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? But a push-up bra is not really that crazy. It's a bra. You know what I'm saying? Makeup is not really that crazy to an extent. But like some shit is just like what are we doing? You know, like we're just like putting a bandage on a fucking bleeding wound. You know what I'm saying?
chopped. I mean, you might not get many opportunities or anything, but there was nothing worse than being chopped in school, bro. And a lot of y'all that are in school and currently chopped, I'm sorry, bro. My heart goes out to you. I've been there before, bro. It's not for the weak. Dodgeball, you're getting picked last, bro, to be on a team. I'm sorry to tell you, just for being chopped. It doesn't matter the skill you have. It doesn't matter how good you can throw a ball. Pause. It's over for you, okay? Just simply because you're chopped, you're gonna get picked last.
Did y'all experience
a good
that?
way to tell if you're chopped, if you give a girl a compliment, like over text or some shit.
Were we doing that in elementary school and middle school? I don't feel like we was doing that.
In school and she hit you with that's just like a gun to your stomach. Remember when Jason Todd hit the on Batman like that, elite ball knowledge. If y'all know about Arkham, bro, elite ball knowledge. If you don't know about it, you got elite knowledge of another nigga's balls. I don't make the rules. My school chopped years were honestly some of the worst years in my entire history. If anybody ever makes a documentary, it's like Titanic, but if the beginning was the end. Not only was I chopped cheese, but I also was short as hell, bro. It was a deadly combo. I wasn't even one of the short dudes that was like handsome so I could make up for being short. Nah. The 2K overall I was working with, bro, was maybe like a 53 at best, at max, all right? I was out here balling like Anthony Bennett, bro. And that's just in the looks department, bro. You guys remember the haunted houses in school and shit, bro? I used to do those shits, bro. Crawl through them, have fun and shit, except the monsters were scared of me. Sometimes I see clips of Dabo, and I feel bad, bro. It's like, damn, I remember those days, bro. And I say that knowing damn well shorty still don't look my way.
See, but that's a result of the internet, bro. Because I feel like, you know, like I'm not that old. Like I'm not guys. I said, but yeah, when I was in school, bro, it wasn't really like that. Like I feel like yeah, niggas was chopped and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas just didn't get, you know, they didn't get no action. You know, they wasn't getting attention. But it's not like the boys was like treating folks like crazy because they was chopped, because that's just weird. But yeah, bro, like what was it really like that bad? Oh, my point was, yeah, that's a result of the internet, bro. Like he's like a big streamer and shit. So of course, you know, everyone's gonna be on his head and be like, oh, he's chopped. And it's just like this bandwagon culture that we experience now as a result of the internet. That's why everybody's on his head like he's chopped, he's chopped, he's chopped. If he wasn't like a big streamer, that shit wouldn't be happening to him. We wouldn't just be pointing him out being like, oh, he's mad chopped. Like you probably would say to yourself, oh, he's not like the most attractive guy. I feel like, look at it this way, right? When you see somebody who's like really attractive, you'll point it out because you don't see that often. But if you see somebody who's like, you know, chopped, the reality is most people are chopped. Most people are what we call chopped. Most people are just average. So if you saw Dabo on the street, you wouldn't really think much of it. So that's how I look at that.
Wait, but it was even worse back then, right? Maybe now they'll just not look my way. Back in the day, they used to say, don't take my purse, please. Spray me with mace and shit. I used to cry on the fucking floor. That's how it was, bro. That's how it was.
But once again, I'm also not chopped, so.
For a young OG back in the day, a nigga was getting no play. It was as if my older brother had unplugged my controller and shit, and I was just playing with the turned off controller. That's how life felt back in the day. Just getting no play and shit, getting no hugs. I was huzzless, all right? Drake over here talking about give me a hug, bro. I couldn't even get in the proximity of a hug. Like, bro, you don't know being chopped until you sit next to a girl in class and she requests to be moved. Sit next to a girl on the bus, all of a sudden she sees her friend and she gets up and goes. That's the type of shit you deal with, bro. I kid you not, bro. I wouldn't cap to y'all, bro. Y'all like my little children that I birthed out of my balls, bro. If I'm president, bro, all chopped individuals are getting $1 million in reparations just for the shit they had to go through in school. I'm glad that even—
But that's finna be everybody, bro. Economy gonna be destroyed. We're done. We're cooked. I'm trying with these, I'm gonna have to find another system, bro. I need like hotkeys on my shit so I could just press something and it's right there.
No, I have my chop era and I was in my chop phase and shit, that I never ever became like incelish. I was never posting no we in a society shit. I was lucky enough to be dumb. Like even though I was chopped, I didn't know I was chopped. I was like, yeah, a nigga fly. These hoes just don't know, bro.
That's
what
I'm saying.
If they knew the sauce, if they knew the method, it wouldn't be an issue, bro. It wouldn't be a problem. I didn't know that at the time. Like when I look back at pictures of myself from back in the day, it's almost like Drake without the beard, bro. You just like, how did you exist in normal society? Like, I wouldn't come to y'all with a problem without a solution, you know what I'm saying? And I got the solution, all right? See, I learned the method back in the day when I was a young chopped individual, right? And this method is 100% foolproof, bro. When you a young bull, bro, when you a young bull, when you a jit, and you chopped. If all else fails and literally nothing will work for you, then I have one solution that could possibly work, bro. You gotta fuck with BBWs.
What?
I fuck with BBWs, nigga.
I respectfully, as a Jamaican, I don't want to hear the disrespect. I love yo, I don't want to hear it, bruh. Like, all I'm saying, don't knock it till you try it, man.
Now, investing in the big girls is indeed a method that's acceptable. I accept it at least.
To an extent. Let's get that straight. Some shit is crazy. That's not me. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right, behind every big girl is a beautiful woman, bro.
Facts.
All you gotta do is invest, especially if they're in the gym, all right? They're already there, so it's only a matter of time before that shit drops anyways. However, I don't come to y'all with false information, all right? They might
I'm be real, chat. Oh my god, no, we're going off. Yo, big girls be having the prettiest faces, bro. Y'all argue with me in the comments. I don't even wanna freaking hear it. Yo, they be having the prettiest faces, bro. It'd be so crazy because off top, I could think, well, not off top. But I could think like 5 in my head that have like pretty faces, and it's just like, and they have just curvy bodies. And it's like, if they lost a little bit of weight, oh my God, they would be on 10. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think it is, at the end of the day, it's still like a health thing. You know what I'm saying? But some people just have like the genetics to have a great shape. So like, man, like I said, don't knock it till you try it.
cast Chico out. They might call him crazy. They might call me a madman. They can never say I was wrong. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, my boy. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But nah, bro,
That's
on the
crazy,
real,
though.
bro, being chopped was crazy. Bitches are gonna curve you. Your life's gonna suck. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And that light might be scared by the size, but the BB dubs are the light at the end of the tunnel, bro. In the end of the times, bro, when the world's gonna end and everything's gonna be destroyed, they're gonna say one thing. Aliens are gonna come to Earth. They're gonna be like, there was one philosopher who knew his shit. You could always trust to have elite ball knowledge, bro, and that's Chico. I'm gonna go down as a philosopher, whether y'all accept it or not, bro. One day y'all are gonna see. I'm a modern day philosopher, all right? As you
All right. Yo, I'm gonna end the video right there. Shout out to Chico. I'm gonna like the vid. A lot of good perspectives in that one. Being chopped was hell. Like I said, I wasn't really like chopped growing up, respectfully. But I think it's, you know, the reason we look at stuff like this the way we do nowadays is just because the way the world has changed. A lot of stuff is on the internet now. We have a lot more bandwagon culture, a lot of like mob mentality. But you know, when you step off the internet and you just look at real life for what it was, a lot hasn't really changed. And, you know, the truth is chop people are average. And when you see an average person on the street, what do? Nothing. So with that being said, I hope y'all like the video. If you like the video, leave a comment below. Tell me how y'all think. Maybe I'm talking BS. Maybe y'all don't like BBWs. Maybe you do. Maybe you chopped. I don't know. But let me know how you feel. And, you know, I'm going to come back. I'm going to talk with y'all. I like talking with y'all in the comments. And, you know, watch the rest of the channel. Binge the rest of the channel. Like all the vids. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. They'll be cutting out. Woo!